All right, Mr. Fleming. So let's talk a little bit. Guys, coming off a tough loss against Johnson C. Smith. What's that been like for you? How have you guys been able to rebound from that to try to get prepared to play home finale?
Yeah, so we're just not going to take it. This week, we just, like I said, focus on preparing more than anything. Not focusing on the past, but the future more than anything. Knowing we can't control the uncontrollables. And like I said, just focusing. We got to finish the season the right way to where we want to be at the end of the year, and that's the playoffs and compete for a national championship for sure.
Yeah. How excited are you for that? I mean, obviously, again, everybody talks about getting to the NCAA championship game, but right now, 2 weeks left in the season, you guys are in the thick of a playoff hunt. How big of that is that for you, especially knowing kind of where things were when you got here and up until this year?
Very excited just to know coming out, didn't know where we're going to be. Not having a successful season a couple years ago before, just making sure that we know we have to finish. So I'm very excited being able to compete for a national championship. The guys around me are excited too. And just know we all have the same energy going to each and every weekend. That's to win every game and going into the national championship.
Yeah, so talk to us. You had your senior day the other day. Just reflect a little bit. How you chose. Let us know how you chose WSSU, and then what kept you here even when it was in tough times.
Yeah, so they were actually Winston was like the third school to offer me out of high school in 2020. Had a bunch of family go here, great aunts, granddads, uncles. Mom went here too to get her master's degree. So, but just felt like home when I took my first visit here with Coach Massey. And he just made it home for me. He just made it said that you'll be here. You may not be starting, but you'll be definitely in the rotation. So just knowing I had to keep my head down and working. And then just every year, may not having a successful season, but just knowing that the guys that I came in with, we're going to rebuild and change the program. And that was the goal this past season, this past spring. All the guys that graduated and came back, we said we're going to change the program. And this is what we did. And we stood on business. And that was just simply that.
Yeah, and got a chance to play in your hometown of Greensboro against North Carolina A&T. Not the result that you wanted, but you had a really good game there. Just talk about what that experience was like.
Yeah, so we just had a lot of emotion, and I was emotional too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just going back home, knowing I had to put on a good performance, got a lot of family there, and we just knew how good we could be going into playing a D1 opponent, and we were not gonna overlook or underlook anybody going into this season. So that was just the game plan. Just gonna start fast and finish fast, and we're just gonna keep doing that to the end of the season and keep riding till the wheels fall off.
And the last couple weeks got some good news. You're going to be playing, or you've been invited to the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Potentially more bowl invites to come, but just talk about how you found out about that news and what your reaction has been to get a chance to showcase your talents at the next level.
Yeah, so I found out probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago after morning practice. They hit me up in my DM on Instagram and said I was invited to the Legacy Bowl. So I was really excited. First thing I did was I called my parents and just thanked them for being able to believe in me, everything they provided for me to get to that opportunity, and call Coach Massey, all my coaches, and thank them for putting me in the position to make the plays to be able to get selected for Legacy Bowl. So it's definitely a great experience being able to showcase my talents against D1 and D2 opponents, HBCU opponents across the world. So yeah, just a great opportunity to just get better all around the world for sure.
Yeah. Talk about again. Play Fayetteville State, team that you guys have. You guys have kind of had to run up against into a wall against them last year. Again, you guys were up big and lost that game. Obviously, every game matters, all that good stuff. But how big do you want to do that, get that win, get that off your back, and win homecoming and potentially set you up for the playoffs? Like, there's a lot. How you feel about it all right now, a couple of days out from it?
Very excited, very thrilled. Just knowing this is the class that could change things, change history. No, we haven't beat Fayetteville, and I think since like 2018, 2019, I think. So just knowing this is the class that could change the whole history of Winston, honestly. Going to the playoffs, winning homecoming, not losing homecoming, beating Fayetteville for homecoming. And we have our own goals. Not going to share them, but just having our own goals that we created in the spring, and we're just fulfilling those goals simply and just doing the right thing each and every day.